All right, hopefully it started and you can see me. All right, so welcome. And we've just finished the spiritual weather report. It was unusual. We really talked about the energies, what's been happening to me. And Perseus, my little ancient dolphin who's actually embodied now and will be playing and doing healing work with hopefully this year, came through and channeled a beautiful message for one lady, and then it turned into one for all of us. So again, because we're in the dark, we're in the new moon, we're in the eclipse, this is darkness. It's not bad. That was the conversation in the spiritual weather report. I highly recommend you go experience the blessing. We were gifted a seeded mat of energy over our crown. It's hard to describe. Go do it, okay? So that was our meditation, was in the spiritual weather report, and it was a gift, it was a healing, and it was a message from the dolphin realms. And as it starts for Brittany, it goes into being for all of us. So make sure you stay with it. And then we're going to do cards now. So we talked a lot about dark and light and good and bad, and is it good or bad, and two sides of things, and the idea of working with the elements and understanding we go through cycles. And that's one of the interesting energies, is an eclipse is always a new direction. And now we're between two eclipses. And that means for a few weeks, we're in a completely different reality. Whether it looks like it to you or not, you're walking between the worlds. And energetically, what it looks like to me, I'm a seer. I have a lot of different senses working, but it gives me images and visions, and I see energy. When I work with the dolphins, I can see the energy that they're sending people and how they're sending it and so on. So this is copal, and it's a very, very heavy incense for protection, for seeing through the dark, for entering dark realms, entering the earth, entering caves. We did go into a cave in our meditation. And just clear, if you're looking for the meditation, go to the spiritual weather report. It just came through, and we're going to be doing more information. We're going to be working with cards, and ask questions if you want. Please, I'll pull cards. We'll read the cards. We'll see what else is coming through. We're really just getting together to play today. I was hesitant to plan anything on the day today, and there was a few things. We started a little bit late, but it's all good. And so today we want to be in the energy together. So that's why I'm here with you live. My beloved is walking on the beach. Hi, honey. And I'll catch up with him later. So what we're doing is making sure that we have this protection when we're in the dark. What does that mean? If there's a new moon or an eclipse, it means there's no light from that source that normally has light. There's no sun. And the moon is new, it's dark, it's not reflecting, it's not seeing the sun at all. You've been eclipsed, your emotion has cut off all the other aspects of yourself. So you can breathe a little bit, and where the peak was last night energetically, that energy is strong for us. And Perseus said 4 days or 5 days, I think, of really being in this energy and realizing you're walking in the dark. However, you're guided by everything. And this is the message comes to me so powerfully now. They're showing me all the things I've done, all the things I've learned, all the things I've taught, all the things I've seen my clients and my students experience. I mean, it's an adventure every day. You know, just what we just experienced, just being the channel for Perseus and the other energies of what's happening, being the interpreter, the trans. That's what she was talking about, wasn't it? Being the channel and radiating the energy out. Yeah, receiving fully from the sun and radiating out. I don't always remember everything that comes through. And the energy for us is to realize that the dark is and the light is, and where do we put our focus, and how do we walk through the dark if we're in the dark. We don't pretend we're not in the dark. We don't go dig up all the dark parts of ourselves. We go, hey, who's in here? Who did I lock away? What belief about myself did I lock away? What part of me am I still holding? Shame, guilt, low states on the scale are dark energies. That's why on the scale I have them down under the water. It gets dark. You can't hear very well. You can't see. There's less light. It's hard to move. That's what it feels like when you're in shame, misery, blame, victimhood, guilt, regret. And then you get a little more energy when you get into craving and depression. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of energy, but then you get into craving, and then you get into anger. And these are still dark energies, heavy energies. However, they're more full of energy as you move up the scale. Yes. Okay. Okay. There's a lot going on right now over here. We have a lot of goddess kind of energies dancing around. Lots of cats, lots of black cats, lots of bast type cats, pure healer energies. Dancing goddess women energies in bare feet on grass. It's kind of the star card energy. It's very in the meadows, in nature, a lot of fairy energy. Okay, you got it. The fairies want to go first. So give me a second. Fairy cards. Here's one fairy card. Here you are. Thank you. I knew you were here. All right, good. So we've had our cleanse with our copal. We're inside of our Sacred Infinity Healing Chamber, and we're playing inside the eclipse. We're right here at the eye of the storm, and we're playing together because we are here becoming conscious co-creators. We want to know what's going on. We're interested to see, well, what's the new direction I'm going? That's just where we are. We're all here kind of at the hub. We're here at Grand Central Station going, oh, this is interesting. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Okay, cool. What do I need to gather up? What kind of things do I need to do? Let's all share some love. Let's all come together to be supportive and loving and acknowledge each other as kick-ass, awesome spiritual beings on the path of light and love. And let's acknowledge Gaia and Merlin and Thoth and the dolphins and Jaguar. Let's acknowledge the fairy kingdoms, the crystal kingdoms, the water, the air, the earth, the lava. Let's acknowledge all of the sacred feminine energies within the earth and within the different root systems and within the different plants and animals and insects and all forms of lights and celestials and beings, within the nature spirits and the inner earth realms, within the Lemurians and Atlanteans. We call on the Maya and the ancient Greeks. We call on the wisdom that was passed down from Atlantis and before. We call on the light and the grid within all light and life. We call on the flower of light. We call on the flower of fire. And we call on the flower, the seed, the egg, the fruit, and the flower of life. Within the flower of life, we enter the sacred space, balanced above and below, filled with love, anchored in light. As above, so below. As within, so without. I am the yin, I am the yang. I am the channel. I am the creator. I am here in this moment, asking to be connected. My intuitive network, body elemental. All levels of my light body, physical, and aura. The light grid of my soul's blueprint, chakras, rainbow bridge. Watch and feel as your light body comes alive, begins to move, tingle, interact, speak, appear to your senses. So you are here blocked from everything, and therefore here open to anything. This is the 0 point, the point of creation. You are divinely blessed to be here. You are divinely blessed to remember who you are. The goddess knows. And you hold within the blueprint of life for a reality, for a world. You are bigger than the worlds. Planets and suns are like tiny peas to you. The truth is, you stand in the universe, the cosmos, the galaxies. Within it all, you look across time and space. You're dressed in royal robes of velvet. You have many crowns upon your head. Crown upon crown, crown upon crown. You've been many awakened beings in many divine, connected, magical, wise, creative, powerful lives. The robes change, but they're always lush and beautiful. You hold a staff of gold in your left hand. You were standing looking across the universe. Now you're sitting in an enormous throne. It's gold with red velvet. It's very small. It's tight. You barely fit in it. It is time for you to leave. You hold your head in your hand, your right hand and elbow on the arm, your forehead in your hand. You're hanging with the weight. I can no longer be in this kingdom. I can no longer be this creator. This is not fun. This no longer creates a heart of passion, courage, adventure, experience, expansion, and love. This is not the reality that inspires me anymore. The chair, the throne is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You cannot stay inside of it anymore. The pain is excruciating, and yet, are you moving? The moon, dark, unseen, all around you, envelops you and whispers. You're in the magical womb of divine creation. I love you as you are. I love you if you choose to change. I love you if you allow this part of you to shrink. I will stay with you through everything. That you hanging, pressed heavy with the weight of grief and pain and loss and shame and blame and conquering and loss and over, feeling it smaller and smaller, smaller. The darkness envelops you, no longer have form or shape. You just exist. You started by seeing through the feminine, the royal self of creation, standing fully in the creation, looking across the vast worlds and galaxies and universes and space and time, all that you have been a part of. But seeing everything and seeing nothing, seeing it all as a wonderful experience and a creation, but now still and static, as if all planets, time had frozen. Your creator no longer inspired, complete and done. That creation that was, until just a few hours ago, has been left behind. You've seen it and acknowledged it, and she rises up a staircase of light. She's an old woman. She's experienced many lives, many deaths, many loves, many losses, many successes. She feels all of it and none of it. She rises, everything fades into a small silver coin. She holds it in her palm. It's the memory, the jewels, the value of all she's been. As she rises now, she becomes standing a little straighter with each step. The heavy robes falling away. No longer needing the staff, standing straighter and straighter, rising into a higher reality, into light, into illuminated space. It just is. That reality closes, and you stand as shimmering light potential, there but not there, shimmering bright, and then disappearing, enveloped now in the divine, sacred feminine, the womb, the love. This is a place of being too new to know what is new. And Pluto says, just be the potential. There's nothing to do here. You're divinely guided. The more you release and let go into the moment, the more the messages will come to you. Will you receive them? Will you be a conscious, intuitive channel right now? Live your life right now. Enjoy the highs, the peaks of life. Enjoy the endings, the sweetness of the fully cooked meal, the ripe juiciness of the complete fruit. It's gone. You're here. We're being asked to feel as if we are this seed of light, this shimmering wave of potential that has no form and no shape yet. We're in an energy of new moon, eclipse, Mercury retrograde end. We will receive messages from what we are releasing, and we consistently acknowledge reviewing the past only as an acknowledgement that it is gone. And I agree, and so it is. Agree that this will be what you do and how you think over these next 4 days. This is an experience of magic. This is a self-realization. This is a visionary quest. Be with the jaguar, seen only when you wish to be seen, but see yourself. Know that the earth and the constellations are all a part of your body. Know that the light of the moon and the sun meet in you, and you radiate the creation from within. Be the wave of pure potential now, because this is not the moment to know, this is the moment to let go and to be. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, yeah, I'm digging the energies today, playing with all these beautiful elementals. We've got an incredible mystery school path opening to us of working with spirit guides and elementals. And it's coming through, coming through, coming through. But we're still in the potential wave. All right, so we're going to hear from the fairies. Samantha, thank you. Any relief from these heavy energies in sight, or how do we proceed? What now? Brittany says, where do I direct my focus as I see a new reality before me is my question I'll be holding. So the first answer that's coming forward is to Brittany's question, and I'll get to all of them. I'm just being the channel from this, that what we've received in the previous, in the spiritual weather report. So make sure you do that meditation. We just received this. We're in the process of receiving all of this guidance, all of this support. All of the realms that we resonate with are coming through. If you resonate with them, you're here with me. Anyone who hears this at any point will draw from this whatever elements of this is optimal. And every time you listen to this, you will hear, see, sense, and understand at a different level. Might be deeper levels of what you're receiving. It might be levels of interesting. Wow, I have actual physical stuff coming out of my eyes. So our inner vision, our visionary qualities, our abilities to become a seer is our destiny, and our path and how you do it is definitely open to you. So what now comes from the ego? Go back into being the receptive divine feminine, especially right now. What we're being re-emphasized by all the energies that are coming through from Perseus. Yes, it's a male's name in a female body, and there was a whole download about why that was what she's doing. And we're going to be putting it into a book, into some other forms for you to be able to hear, to read, to reference all of these dolphin channelings that have been coming through, because the dolphin realms have up-leveled for me their communication to a level of profound wisdom and guidance to me. And they're showing us how to receive and play, and they're recalibrating each of us to our soul signature frequency so that we can be who we came here to be at the highest potential for that. So they're here today because they're showing me a network, a grid within this energy that we're walking through right now, the energies of the new moon, where we plant seeds which have been put onto our head between our crown and our soul star. So we know we're growing something between there. We know we're so supported that they've been woven together with everything they need to grow. We just have to allow it to be. We are downloading information. We're balancing and realizing light and dark are the same. I can see through either one, and I want to see my fears when they're optimal to come up, and I want to bring in more light when it's optimal to do that, and I want to receive and accept in both moments. So don't what now direct your focus. Your focus is go to the center and watch. That's what's now, and you know how to do this. Brittany is a brilliant healer. She's a brilliant channel. She's in a massive transformation and an upgrade of her remembrance of her mystery self, I would call it. She's remembering who she was in many lifetimes. She's connecting to a lot of powers. She's breaking down the roles and identities and relationships and patterns in this life, like all of us, that she's lived up till this moment of transformation that we're in or we've been in. And she's living it by being in it every day, regardless of where it is on the scale, which takes a lot of power, which shows that shamanic heart, that heart of being the divine feminine, knowing that within you, you need nothing else to be the creator, and yet you hold divine love for everything. It doesn't mean that you let others influence you. You know that being your true self is when you become the channel for the optimal energies, and that's when you start to communicate with whatever is optimal for you at this time. Good. So they said what we're going to do now is we're going to play, and we're going to play. Part of me's out on the beach with my honey bunny, and they were like, let go, be here. I'm like, okay, let's play. So we've got the medicine cards. That's going to be our animal and our shamanic native indigenous influence. And I'll put the dolphin back because the dolphin is always out with us. First, we're going to talk to the fairies. Okay. And then I have the goddess deck here. This particular goddess deck, I like it. I have Kuan Yin, beautiful Kuan Yin deck by Alana Fairchild, and the Ascended Masters deck. Okay. And these are all from, somebody who has them for sale. So these are the ones that came through. I have some other ones up here if they happen to speak to us, and I'll be pulling them to help you. Now, what happens with people, everybody, is, and you're going to get clients like this, is you're going to bring through all this information, but it may feel abstract to them, and then they want a practical application. So the answer is always re-listen to it, take notes. You're going to hear things when your practical mind, your logical mind is not in these altered states that we're in right now. When you come near me, you come into my sacred chamber, you enter the infinity, and you're between the worlds, and the energies start to work to your optimal highest good. That's the way that everything is structured. There's a lot of protection. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of realms that are working with us, from these beings and entities, from the crystal kingdom, from the gold ray, the silver ray, the all-seeing eye. All these things are conscious structures that hold a lot of power and energy. And when you learn to develop your intuition and then work with all these energies, whether you feel just attracted to herbs and you want to work with herbs and flower essences, perfect. Talk to nature if that's your way of doing it. You don't have to become a visionary or a seer, and you receive information from where you are. Cards are a lot of fun. So I like that they're having us be open to these different forms of communication, and that we're in this sacred space means I want you to understand we're in the sacred space so that you can relax into it and you can open yourself up. I'm just going to do some infinity light weaving to bring into you. So they're doing a cross weave in the heart. And now we're going to expand that into 8 different dimensions. That means that we have an infinity weave coming through your heart. There's a nexus point there now from 8 different dimensions, in and out to both ends of the scale. Receiving, releasing, receiving, releasing, receiving, releasing, receiving, releasing. So this is a connection, a reconnection, a cleansing, and a releasing. This is an upgrade. This is a download. This is a cleanse. And this is a building. This is like a really strong building of our heart chakra center. So know that when you enter the sacred space in the beginning of any call or class with me or session, that you enter sacred space that's already been created, that I've called in all of my beings. I've done my work to be the clear and open channel for you. What I teach in my classes is how you can become more and more of a clear and open channel and receive in your way and connect to your authorities and start to get messages from beings, from billboards, from books, from things people say, from videos that see, and intentionally through things like cards. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, so Cheryl's feeling exhaustion, but feeling the need to move back into the feminine. A super busy period. And yes, so is there relief in sight physically, says Sylvia. Hi, Kim. I would like a card. I'm noticing my dragons around me. I say hello to them every day, and I have a chat. Yeah, Kim's amazing. Oh my gosh, Kim is amazing. Seriously, she's sort of the poster girl right now for waking up, from going from 0 to 100, and listening and being a channel, and opening up, because the possibilities are here for really fast growth, for quantum leaps, for big doors that open, opportunities that come. And when you hit a barrier instead of a big opportunity, don't see it as a barrier, see it as a director. Not this way, oh, go that way. Once I had a student, very, very intuitive student, grew up doing astral travel meditations every night with her family. So she would call and give me the most profound advice. And she called me up once, and we were getting ready to leave the country. My kids had moved around. They ended up moving near each other. They're twins, and next to my mom. They'd been in college for a few years, and we both got the message it was time for us to start to travel the world. And so we got rid of everything, got a little storage unit, drove around for a few weeks doing some speaking. I did a lot of stage speaking in the day in California, and then got on a plane to Mexico. We were coming for 2 months. We're still here 6 years later now. So it was definitely guided by spirit. However, the first idea was to simply just go south of California. And we didn't even tell her that we were thinking of this, but we had all the plans. We had looked up the housing. We had, looked up, oh, we could take our stuff and we could drive back. And there was still a tie to what was. So this is kind of a good story around letting go completely and letting the universe guide you, because what you think is going to be good, you might be attached to it. It might not be what you need for your karma, which is what she said to me. So she calls me up and she says, hey, she goes, the spirits kept me awake all night, walking next to me. You got to tell her, don't do that. You don't need that at this time in your life. You don't need that karma. You can skip that experience. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said, someplace you're thinking about going, don't go there. And so I said, I was thinking about going here in Mexico. And she's like, yeah, no, don't do that. Just skip it, leave it behind. And so it was like hitting a wall. We were driving towards it. Oh yeah, this is great. We're doing that. We're going to do this. This was our plan. And we were in action. We were listening to the intuition. In 2 or 3 weeks, we got rid of a 5-bedroom house in Carlsbad, California. Got rid of stuff and shrunk it down and made plans and all this stuff. And so all of a sudden we were in fast forward. Why? I don't know. Intuition told us, and we just do. And then it was like, don't go there. What? And it was like, oh, and it took us like 3 days. We were like, well, but we wanted to. Oh, but what about that part of the plan? So what it did was, it was like, no, you can't keep furniture. So suddenly I had to get rid of all the furniture, instead of like, oh, I could take some furniture because I can drive there. Instead, I went to the complete opposite end of Mexico. And so then I came here thinking it was just for a couple months, and so on and so forth. So she got this guidance that you don't need this for your karma right now. Okay. So that's kind of coming through right now. And you don't need to have the experience of the heavy energies, Samantha, or any of us anymore from that space. It doesn't need to happen. The heavy energies is one aspect of it. Start to take the dial back and dial it, okay? So that you start to go over, okay, well, what is it like? It's really hard when we're in a lower state. It feels hard to connect to the light, to connect to the happy part of us. It can feel far away. It could feel that you've been disappointed in reaching it. It can feel like you're doomed or cursed, or it's hard, or you'll never get there, and all that. I've had all of it, and that's part of what I was looking at. Was some things have opened up that are so good and have finally happened. It's not like I didn't work towards them, but it just seemed like, oh, and I realized there was a part of me that just sort of felt like I was trudging along. I was always going to be carrying this and the energies that went with it. So don't carry them anymore. Stand up. Kind of like didn't we just experience that? Like this old woman, she was looking out through, like she was standing, looked very Victorian and old. We're still burning copal, a whole stick of it. That's pretty profound, you guys. That's a lot of energy, a lot of protection right now. Thank you. And we have our obsidian too. Ooh, yay, baby. And so we've got this. She was looking out almost like a drawing, like she looked like Queen Victoria kind of standing there, but her eyes were at the level of the top of the universe, you know, and just the little planets and everything around her. And then this other part of her turned into this king who was just burdened with all of the pain and the fear and the weariness of war and everything that's happened and the negativity of the kingdom that he's created, and his throne shrinking and just getting painful, until finally at some point they released us, and I saw that aspect of us, this depressed, heavy, you know, burdened, I'm obligated to this job to be like this, just kept shrinking. And that divine being that came just went with. And then it was like a staircase, and this old woman, Victorian queen, covered in all these heavy velvet layers, walked up out. Yeah, now I'm seeing it. And as she walked out, she started standing up straighter, and the energies, the big cloaks came off, and she turned into this light, this silver wave of potential. So this is really great and intuitive communication about what we're going through. And I love that you're a creator at this level, but it's like all the planets stop moving. This world is dead to you. There's no more life force here. There's nothing else for you to do. You can accept it, enjoy it, release it, and turn towards the new. So Brittany was asking, how can I focus on the new, what's coming? You can't, because Pluto energy right now says this is pure potential. There's no form to get to know yet. You've got to be comfortable with the being, the goo. So the caterpillar loses shape and form, turns into goo, and then begins to start to form, but has no idea what it is until it's fully formed. And then it says, the cocoon's too tight, and it has to fight its way out. It has to follow that inner passion and desire has to happen. And physically it has to fight its way out of the cocoon, or it dies and it cannot fly. So it's absolutely the perfect metaphor for what we're going through. And you're at the goo state. You don't know what you're becoming, but your imaginal self does. Okay, the fairies want to say something now. And yes, the need to move back into your feminine is absolutely everything that came through today. Like I have a surrounding here now of all this goddess energy and sacred feminine energy. Of course, we have Thoth, and we have Buddha, and we have other things, but we've got mermaid energy, Bass. This is a Tula, is even an Atlantean warrioress. This is a woman statue from Tula. We've got so many. Yeah, we've got here my dragon. She's a girl too. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize they have me move them around. Okay, so we ask the fairy kingdom at this time to enter into these questions into the sacred space, to bring us answers, enlightenment, guidance. We fully accept that we are this, not even a seed yet. We are the wave of pure potential that we've been cleansed, cut off from, and given an opportunity to free ourselves from the past, the pain, the ideas, the identities. Okay, so first of this, Sylvia, your name popped in my head when this card came up. So it is in a way for everybody, but I just need to say, it said, Sylvia, awakening your true self. So the fairies say, awakening your true self. Awakening your true self. So she's a flower fairy, clearly. I like the shell in the background there. And there's another shell here. And the flowers have a peacock feather, so there's an eye here. Realizing that you can see, you have a lot in bloom. You have this beautiful fairy who's helping to tend these flowers. And there's a lot of shells. There's 3 shells, 4 shells. Small one here, here, this big one here, over there, abalone, conch shell, I don't know what the other one is, spiral shell. And this leaf, a single leaf in a clear square crystal block. Something new. It's like if you took a pothos and you rooted it. So you have this rooting, this cutting is rooting. Now, the energy from the peacock and the flowers, there's this vase, we would call it, but it's a stem, it's a crystal stem, and it's your central channel. And it's channeling, it's clear, it's channeling light, it has what you need within. Draw down from the shells. Think about shells. They have different meanings. You probably want to look up some of these specifically. But the shells are embodiments, right? They're a body, and they hold sacred geometry. And things like the abalone has that magical pearlescent light energy in it. And to me, it reminds me of mine here. I use the shaman that I used to work with always used an abalone shell for the incense and for everything. So I have several of these. These are a medicine tool to me. So when I see that, it's a bowl for holding medicine, burning medicine. So you have this within you. You've got to draw up from the old, the sacred, and allow the blooms. It's a lot of darkness here, right? Around the flowers. They're shining and you can sort of see the eye. Awakening your true self is the answer to whatever your question was. That's what they say. Awakening to your true self. So what does that mean to each of you? To any of those? So Cheryl asked about going back, being drawn back to her feminine, but she's so busy. You can't have an either or anymore. You can't go into the old pattern anymore. So what's being cut off for you, Cheryl, is the chance to go back and be that overworking, physically, mentally exhausted to get what you need. You know you can do it. You know that if you do it, sustain it for a while, there's a lot of damage, but there's also, you have the opportunity of something, manifesting something, but you can't manifest that way anymore. So being drawn to the sacred feminine is not just, oh, rest, relax, be more intuitive, don't work so hard. That's part of it, but it's use your sacred feminine to manifest this. Everybody, the sacred feminine, the intuitive, the visualization skills, the feeling skills, the aligning with the future you that has XYZ, that feels this way, bit by bit, tuning into that future you. Now you're not recreating the same thing again, again, again. So you have to break the pattern in some way, and that divine feminine is asking. And that is also a version of awakening your true self. Awakening your true self is allowing the awakening that's happening. Oh, you're so welcome. Brittany says, gratitude for you, a powerful guide on this journey. Namaste. I'm very, very happy. Direct orders of understanding. I can filter through my heart and surrender to. I delight in receiving strong, clear orders that I know are optimal for me to hear and receive. Well, and I like it because you say that frequently. You say, oh, I like clear direction. I like, clear, practical, applicable advice. And you have aspects, right, that like that, boom, bold, here, right? So tune into that. And yet, like you said, they're yours. You receive yours. So awakening your true self is listening to, you are receiving that guidance from somewhere, from many places, right now, in every moment. Even when we're this pure, shimmery potential wave of potential. Okay, so the animals want to talk now. So we tune into the spirit of the medicine cards. These were my very, very first cards ever in this life. And they are Native American animal kingdom cards. New Mexico has been calling me. I was called there when my life fell apart, and literally, talk about, wow, an eclipse, falling apart. and I moved there, everything, my business, my direction, everything. I moved to New Mexico, and it started my spiritual journey. It was an incredible, incredible place, and these cards really hold that energy. So here now in the eclipse, we ask for aligning with what's next, the reality that's optimal, from aligning with the divine feminine more, from clarity about focus and receptivity. And we are really in a space of um, readiness for proceeding, staying still. Okay, so how do we proceed is staying still. That was a clear, clear, clear message just now. Staying still, staying still. So we're having a lot of that energy today. We had the cave energy. We have the womb energy. We have this state of being, something that's been eclipsed, cut off from the past, who we were, what we thought, what we did. And we're now holding the energy of divine potential, 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 potential. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Got it. All right. All right. So we got a turtle and a beaver. So the card that I saw was the turtle, but that was the second card. So just looking. Here we go. Sorry about that. So turtle is 10, beaver's 22. That makes a 4 and a 1. You can take a look at some of the medicine in the picture. Featherstone, bead, shell, bone. All right, so the turtle's on land, which is interesting. The beaver is chewing, which is what he does. So let's take a look and see. These are my first cards I ever had, but I have not worked with them in a long time. So let's take a quick peek to see turtle. Well, I know I work with turtle. I have turtles born on my land here. And to me, turtle is very Mother Earth. And, oh, maybe this is where I got it. Mother Earth. Mother Earth. Yeah. So in Native American teachings, turtle is the oldest symbol for planet Earth, personification of goddess energy, the eternal mother from which our lives evolve. We're born in the womb of Earth. Is this answering every single thing we're doing right now? And to her soil, our bodies will return. In honoring the Earth, we are asked by Turtle to be mindful of the cycle of give and take, and to give back to the mother as she has given to us. And I would say, and to receive without restriction. Turtle has a shell which is similar to the protection that Earth has employed as her body. And Earth changes, plant growth, creation of new land masses by volcanoes, climate alterations. You also have shields that protect you from hurt and the unconsciousness of others. Turtle teaches you how to use your own protection. If you're bothered by the words or actions of others, it's time to go inside yourself and honor your feelings. If you're attacked, it's time to give a warning snap, to remember that you carry your own protection and it is a part of you. And also Gaia came through in that and shared that she is here to protect us as well. That was a beautiful, beautiful communication. So everybody's receiving that in whatever way that's speaking to you. It certainly is speaking to the energies we're talking about today. Now we're going to go take a peek at Beaver 22. Builder, builder. Okay, builder. This is Sam's and Carson by Bear and Company. Medicine cards, okay? Beaver, teach me to build my dreams, including others too. One mind, one thought, hearts as one, lessons learned from you. It's so interesting to go back to things that were at the very beginning of your spiritual path when it's been going on for so long, like 36 years for me. And because there's things that are part of me that I received reinforced, like through my Melchizedek method and Kamada way, medicine schools, mystery schools. We always said one mind, one thought, one heart, And then here it is here in the first book. And the connection to both sort of the earth and the goddess energies, as well as to the Native American way of thinking, is very, very in these cards. And this was my entry, was all through animals, through earth, through Native American teachings. Beautiful. Beaver is the doer in the animal kingdom. Beaver medicine is akin to water and earth energy and incorporates a strong sense of home and family. If you were to look at the dams that block streams, you find several entrances and exits. Beaver always leaves itself many alternative escape routes. This practice is a lesson to all of us not to paint ourselves into corners. If we eliminate our alternatives, we dam the flow of experience in our lives. A doer is characterized by industriousness, and Beaver knows that limitation cancels productivity. Beavers armed with sharp teeth capable of felling entire whole trees. Imagine what those teeth could do to the limbs of predators. From the rear, beavers armed with a paddle-like tail that aids in swimming and guarding its behind. This tiny mammal is well equipped to protect its creation. To understand beaver medicine, you might take a look at the power of working and attaining a sense of achievement, building a dream. Teamwork is necessary. Accomplishing a goal with others involves work with the group mind. Group mind constitutes harmony of the highest order without individual egos getting in the way. Each partner in the project honors the talents and abilities of the others and knows how to complete the piece of the puzzle that belongs to them. In working well with others, a sense of community is achieved and unity ensues. Wow. So this is taking action, but not alone, not being the sole builder. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go like hire a bunch of people or let everybody in your life be a part of what you're doing. It means that you have support, and that's spiritual support as well. That's these divine animal guides that are speaking to us right now, giving us incredible wisdom at a really profound moment. One heart, one thought, one mind means, and this was Beaver was a perfect Aquarius energy. I don't want you working harder physically, worrying more, thinking more, planning more, taking more on, feeling the obligations. This is a moment of renewal, rebirth. You just died to all of that, okay? And the sacred feminine isn't the only thing you're going to be in. We are being immersed in Gaia is the primordial divine feminine, the original creator goddess that is everything, not God, goddess, masculine, feminine, light, dark. She embodies everything. Mother Earth is, we refer to as Gaia, but is a planet that was created by Gaia. So these energies of Earth, Gaia, this change being in Taurus and in earth energies, in manifestation energies, in abundance opportunities for us right now. Big opportunities are opening. Depends on what area of your life you're being hit. But the beaver energy is really showing us you can create, but you've got to create with your feminine side, your intuitive side. You've got to trust all of your spirit guides. You have to trust the wisdom that you have from other lives, from other schools you've been through on other planets or other mystery schools or other skills you had as a doctor or a medicine woman or a I don't know, a lawyer maybe in another life. You have access to all of these parts of you. You've been encoded. You're on a fully funded mission. And so remembering this in all different senses of the word, that co-creative building. Dream building is going to be co-creative. That means you're never doing it alone again. You're never going to be exhausted again. You're going to remember that your divine feminine is as strong as the divine masculine. And when you let the inner world building, the dream world build, the spirit guides help do as much finding the path and bringing you ideas and lining you up with money or funds or time or whatever is required to build your dream. Then you're being inside of it and building it with a community, which is who you are. You're like one of these beings that's like a jellyfish, but it is a bunch of different beings living together in a bubble that floats around in the ocean. and they co-live in a little biodome, and that's what you are. You have a lot of parts of you that can do this. Thank you. Wow, this was really, really, really beautiful. We're going to put all of you here in front of our candle. Thank you. Thank you. Now I think the goddess energy is calling. Let me see if there's anything else popping out here. Anybody getting any hits from these? Thankfully, the busy period has finished and I'm now literally ready to cocoon and bloom. The busyness was beautiful and family oriented, but thankful to be entering this peaceful phase. And that's great, because what you were doing, Cheryl, was using up a lot of energy. A lot of the energies that you can use up are when you go and you do the family stuff, which is charged with a lot of energies and a lot of old energies that makes it feel intense. And there's old energies, new energies, expectations, protecting yourself, who you've become, seeing what kind of emotions get triggered. And it's a profound thing to have just done. So congratulations, really great. I've been doing my best to use up the eclipse energy as well, aligned to the energies that are optimal in my chart where it's hitting me, as well as in any of these ways. Really respecting what's coming forward, not forcing anything today, and not forcing anything really. Going away for my honey buddy's birthday for the weekend, and that gives it ease and flow. We're just, whatever energies are optimal. Thank you, fairies. Sylvia, good. That's what we've been doing, Me and my love and my brothers are all working together to renovate my mom's bathroom. Way more physical than I'm used to do exactly that. All working as one. Oh, cool. Yeah, you were building. You're the beaver. Wow. Wow. That's so cool. Yeah, so a chance to be actually physically building something is a very strong sign of manifestation. It's very Taurus, right? Actually seeing that earthly thing come in, and it's creating comfort. It's creating ease. It's a form of love and form. Wonderful. This brings joy, one heart. I'm ready and open to start creating in the feminine energies with others. This feels healing. This focus will allow easily to overcome any mourning of the past kingdom. Yes, and we do mourn things. Sometimes I remember things with great nostalgia. Sometimes I wish certain moments in time, I wish I could visit certain moments of time more realistically, when my kids were little, at certain phases, see them, play them, hear their little voices, have them say, "I love you, mommy," and run up and hug me. So, okay, good. So we've got the goddess energies now. Let's see what we've got going on. Okay, so I'm looking at the star card. So we're looking at the magic world that we have been thrown into. And that's what the eclipse is doing. The new moon is buffering us, surrounding us, creating this womb-like atmosphere. We've been gifted now with seeds that are ready and fertilized. And the stars, the earth, the water, everything is here. We can accept that we are this pure, naked potential, and we need nothing, we have nothing, we're one with everything. Thank you. So we ask the goddess realms and the divine sacred feminine that keeps coming forward to nurture us and love us in this moment as we walk through this portal. We're ready and willing and open and receptive to receive, to enjoy who we are becoming, to listen in the moment, to accept and love ourselves as we unfold, to judge nothing, to enjoy everything. We ask that this divine feminine come, answer the love and the pain in our heart. Very palpable stabbing in my heart center on the right side. Mother, I am here. Wayaninin. Mother, I am here. Wayaninin. Mother, here. Ninin. We call on the Mother divine energies of the galactic goddess. Mother, Wayaninin. I am here. Mother, Wayaninin. I am here. We call on Pachamama, Mother Earth, planet Earth. We call on Adriti, Akriti, Mother, I am here. Wayanin, I enter the womb of the divine creative space. Earth Goddess, White Tara, I welcome you. White Tara comes now, illuminating your halo, showing you have one lotus blooming coming from your left palm where an eye has opened. You are opening and awakening the eyes in your palm portal, in your feet, your third eye. You hold a fully unfolded lotus, half unfolded, a bud and a bud just opening. All three stages of your crown opening are here. You are the source of nourishment. Become sensitive. One of the crowns that you wear has enormous gold drops, like sun, shaped like gold drops, each with a different gem, red and green, center, lining your crown. Your ears have flowers, your throat has flowers, your heart has a flower. Your heart and your breast have two flowers. Belly button, sacral, your solar plexus all have a flower of gold. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, chemicals. So you can look into the image, see all of the things that I was reading or message through. Take in the vibrations, the colors, the energies, the symbols, what is jumping at you, what is coming forward to you. Receive it fully. And relax. Thank you, Waitara, Goddess, Wayaninin. Mother, I am here. Mother, I am here. Mother, I am here. Mother, I am here. Artemis comes forward as the guardian, as the one who focuses, as the young maiden, strong, connected to the animals, to the earth, to the kingdom. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. I am the guardian of your soul, your strength, your wisdom. It is here always. I guard the fire of your soul. In the dark, we are here. We will always point you the right way. As the dawn comes, you will see and feel the life force rise in you, the readiness to let go and to follow your dream. For now, stay at the fire, forming the dream. I will be here ready. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lion and in, Mother, I am here. I accept your divine love and your guidance. We call on Kuan Yin, the holder of pain, the bringer of compassion. We ask for your divine assistance, for your guidance in this moment as we pass through this portal. Bring us the wisdom, bring us the direction. Oh, this is Cards are completely all going different directions. Am I supposed to surrender to that? I think so. All right. It doesn't really mean anything anyway. So she's laughing. She says that you're too serious and you hold on to the pain, and I'm taking your pain, and we're shutting the door to your past perceptions, because the pain and the burdens that we've carried in this world have been heavy, and the things that we've done and the things that have been done to us have been heavy, and they're being freed from the planet. They're being freed from the waters and the trees. They're no longer going to be infecting the nourishment that goes into the roots of you or into the trees or into anything. All life force drinks from the same fountain of light, and that light is within the planet. It is within your body. It flows in your cerebral spinal fluid and your blood. It flows through the oils and through the crystals and through the waters. It flows through the air. I bring you this guidance now, and I send you into this place. Be the new you. Know that I hold all of your old pains, and I'm surrounding you now with this gift of compassion. This is the gift that Kuan Yin is giving us. It is a card called the 10 Sisters of Light. The number is 33. 33 is a master number, okay? 33 is a number of achievement, 33 chakras, 33 layers of your Adam Cadman light body. I'll show you up close. These are the 10 sisters of light. So this is a calling. Look, they're like muses. They're doing different things, music and ceremony, dancing, like incense. The 10 sisters of light and the number 33 come to us now. Let us see what this means as our final guidance for today. Very, very beautiful. This deck is extremely dense. That's not a bad thing. It is. There's a lot to each card, so I've used it maybe 8 times, 10 times, and it just fills me so full that it stays with me. The guidance stays with me for a while, and I don't need any more. You are an advanced soul. I want to cry. Way to go, guys. I know if you're here with me, you're an advanced soul. Thank you. Thank you. We need this, right? We need this encouragement. We need this acknowledgement. We need this guidance. We've got to wake up to to live this rich life of intuitive communication every day. You are an advanced soul and have lived many incarnations, shown your light through many different faces. Your soul has learned many skills in past lives, developed abilities and talents. This lifetime is a culminating lifetime. Oh my God, this is like friggin' blowing my mind, okay? I've never pulled this card. This is exactly what comes through in my readings, my work with my students, my clients. Is what I've been saying over and over. I've been seeing their past lives. They've been seeing their past lives for over 30 years, and it's been accelerated to where we're co-creating with them. We're now, what's coming through is people have to consciously wire up back to their mystery schools they've been through, their wisdom of skills and talents that make them more psychic, more multidimensional, more aware, more in communication with all forms of guidance and consciousness in the world, in the realms. I say this is your pinnacle life. That's what it's been coming through my work for a while now, is you're here because you've chosen to be this pinnacle moment in your life, and all things are coming to that point. We are going through a portal right now that is one of these pinnacle moments. This lifetime is a culminating lifetime in the sense that your soul is drawing together potencies developed over many lifetimes into unified expression. This is my life. This is my life. Unity consciousness. When I first came here to Mayan land, I didn't know anything about it. I'd been a few times. I'd been called to the pyramids, but I didn't connect to them. I was trying to get back to the pyramids in Egypt, and I'm a pyramid girl. And I started going, and then I started researching, and then I started having past life memories, and I started meeting shaman and jaguar spirit, and I started having the understanding of the Mayan pyramid, and the top ninth wave of consciousness is unity, and that's where we are right now. That's what really happened in 2011-ish. 2012 wasn't really correct, but around then. And we're in that potential. And I've been saying we're reuniting and we're unifying back with ourselves, with our powers, with our unified soul in not everything, because we don't need the wounds and the pains. We only want to connect to the parts that are saying, I had this power, I had this wisdom, we can bring it out of the closet now, we can remember it now, it's safe now, I'm strong enough now, this is the lifetime I'm becoming. Thank you, Kuan Yin. My lifetime is a culminating lifetime. My soul is drawing together the potencies developed over many lifetimes into my unified expression. Please say this to yourself now. I am drawing on the power of 10 sisters or more into my one current lifetime, the singularity with which I was designed to be. I am everything, I am one. I connect to all the lifetimes that are potent and relevant and bring them back into this lifetime as relevant to me and my highest good at this time. Be prepared to grow and shine, beloved. Be prepared to grow and shine. Be prepared to grow and shine. Okay, I'm a little overwhelmed with this. Is incredible guidance, and I'm just glancing through to see if there's anything else. There's a lot of information here. The higher self likes to integrate the wisdom it has gleaned over many experiences and lifetimes so that nothing is lost and all is enhanced. That's my entire embodiment. You are in a process of spiritual weaving and integration at a soul level now. This means that skills and abilities that you hardly recognize consciously will become more obvious to you. Shit, this is exactly what I've been being shown with my school is for us to be doing and is happening in the sessions that I'm doing right now. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm having an epiphany moment. This is so beautiful. Skills and abilities you hardly recognize consciously will become more obvious to you. You're hearing this, you're listening to this, come to a session with me, come to a class, know this is happening for you. It's happening to you right now when you go out into your day, redo this thing we're doing right now. You may find that you know things from different traditions that you have no recollection of ever learning. You may feel strangely drawn to start studying different healing arts or martial arts, for example, only to find that it is somehow familiar to your heart. Oh, this is wow. This is what I'm seeing, and I've been slow to accept and allow, and now it's just coming through in sessions and classes. It's coming through in readings and channelings. It's coming through in a way that is like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is not an option. And I was told recently, well, your work is shamanic work. We would categorize it. It's hands-on healing, hands-on physically or not, all right? And it's some energy something, but it also is more accurately categorized as shamanic work. And I thought, oh, well, I shied away from saying that because I don't want to get into that conversation about you're appropriating, you're not a Mayan, or you're not a Lakota Sioux, or you're not these people. And no, and I'm not anyone else, and they're not me. And I have learned from a lot of different masters and a lot of different lineages, and I have taught within those. I have expanded my personal experience here of Jaguar Spirit, of Mayan information. I research and read and talk and go to people who I can, and then I go have a personal experience, and then my clients or my retreat people come and have a personal experience. And through all of it, we're being given more energy, more opportunity. Recently, I did some Jaguar Spirit Guide meditations here. You need to make sure that you watch them because they're filled with sacred secrets, mystery school secrets, things that were too powerful for people to understand the way that energy works, like the Jaguar Spirit, completely encompassing just the head of this Jaguar Spirit, this entire area of land of Ekbalam, a star Jaguar, which we go to often. Okay, Be patient, open, and trusting of the journey. It's an intense time of spiritual growth. And in the integration, there is also shedding of old issues or pain that no longer serves you. 100% correct. It is good to let this go. You are being asked to encourage the activation of past life abilities in your current lifetime by letting go of past pain and issues, even if you're not consciously fully aware of what they are. Through releasing pain, you can use your heart chakra, your breath, anywhere else in your energy field as you feel intuitively doing. So come to one of my intuitive classes and you'll get to do this. We're practicing right now. Any intuition awakening students can come to the accelerator practice, and it's super fun to see people, wow, opening up so fast. So next we're going to be doing protection, psychic protection class. You want to come to that. It's going to be similar to energy cleanses, where these are things that you need every day in every life to incorporate to become part of you. Then we're going to be doing intuition summer camp that is going to be about this in some form, channeling, intuitively increasing our awakening to our past life abilities, to other realms and entities, things like that. That's going to come through in all of these different classes. It's up to you to trust your heart and discern what feels true for you. You are one being with the eternal source, and that being has had many faces. Like 10 sisters of light, you have various skills and talents you can enjoy, allowing the process of their return to you now and the integration and healing of a past life pattern into a new expression. And that means that all the parts of that past life that might have been burned at the stake or hurt, that have kept you from wanting to or being able to or feeling safe with reconnecting to these ancient powers, has been released. That is the biggest thing that I have seen come up for a very long time, is what I call the burned at the stake syndrome, because I saw it so much in people who didn't even understand what a past life was, going to a past life, to another life in their soul. And I say ancient and future because we have all ends of the scale that we've experienced in our life, and we are the culmination, we are the pinnacle life, where we said, yes, I'll bring all these fears together into this moment. Feel like you're roasting, feel like you're in pain, feel like you're dying, feel like you're buried, feel like you're stuck, feel like you're carrying the burden of all of life. You are. But you were doing it with the help of Kuan Yin, who holds the pain for everyone. And she agreed to not ascend past a certain level so she could hold the pain, okay, and the grief of all of humanity. And she's holding it in a way where she doesn't have to live it. She knows it's not hers, but she's willing to hold it. And in exchange, she gives you compassion. And compassion is the perspective of acceptance. And acceptance allows your emotional field to let go and to forgive. It lets your mind access new frequencies of harmony, harmonize to new openings and awareness. It allows you to transcend past. That's the effortless phase and place that we are in this eclipse. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for playing in this. Come play in my magical, mystical world. We're going to be doing a lot more fun things. And in the meantime, let's have one more card. Okay, so we have an Ascended Master asking to be with us as we move on our path. We give thanks to the Jaguar and the Dolphin, to all of my guides, to Isis, to Prakriti, to Lakshmi, to Thoth, to Kuan Yin, to Bast, to Tula, Atlantean warrioresses, and to all of the realms. We have mermaid realms here, rose quartz, for the love and the magic of the Merlin stone, to Kukulkan, who helps us to shed the old, to Turtle, and to Beaver, to Artemis, to the 10 Sisters of Light. Here she is, to White Tara, increasing our sensitivity, and to the fairies, telling us to awaken our true self. Awaken our true self. Everything is here. We're being fed, ended. The eye is opening. We ask for the Ascended Master that is ready to walk with us. This is a master that will walk with you for the next 5 days. 5 days from when you hear this, 5 days from this moment of the peak of the equinox. Thank you. I got a message and it was for me. And then here's our message. Oh, beloved, I love you so much. So we got another divine feminine goddess, White Buffalo Calf Woman. Isn't currently in my daily council of light, but she was. And when I started the Melchizedek Method Mystery School, she was in our council of light. I knew nothing about her at the time. She's an incredible being, divine being, that brings that potential of the rainbow tribe. She is the sign of white light coming back, bringing peace to the tribes again. Despite all that has been done to each other, from each other, there's a message flashing right here. I don't know if you guys can see words, but I keep seeing words flashing right here. She brings the peace pipe, and she brings the white buffalo, which is rare, unusual. The white buffalo is saying that that is you, that you are bringing the peace, that you are bringing the hope, that through white light, we refract the rainbow. Through the rainbow coming back together, the sisters coming back together, the divinity coming back to you, you remembering you're showered in light, you're one with all. See how she is a part of the buffalo? They're part of the light and they're part of the land. Namaste. Walk in peace. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and the peace of the goddess, the peace of our path, and the peace and prosperity of the world that we are embodying and becoming. Walk with us with every breath, thought, step, touch. My energy is peace. I wear the crown of enlightenment. I hold the power of light and dark. I am the creator. I am pure potential. Now feel this clear white light connection through this peace, through goddess, through white buffalo calf woman. Feel the fairies all around. And that ability you have through these guides, these messages in this moment, you are here with these seeds now. Nurture them. I am light. I am love. I am infinite. And so it is. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Thank you, everybody. This is cool for you too, because you wanted to be on the beach with Chris, unfolding perfectly. Everything unfolds perfectly. I was meant to be here for a reason. I didn't think I wanted to do something live today, and everything that I had planned in my head to pre-record this didn't happen, and I had to surrender to that. This was where I was meant to be. So everything is wonderful. Thank you, Sherry, Brittany, Cheryl. Haha, and my love have just started learning Tai Chi. Oh, how fun. This is cool. It is. Thank you, Bernadine Eritag. I connect with her deeply, identifies for decades. Love and light. Brittany says, there's a song called White Buffalo I heard just less than a week ago. I don't know this song. I'm going to have to look it up. Thank you. Also, Goddess, Changing Woman. Nice. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. I will see you next. I don't know when. Next week. Actually have messages coming in from the dolphins and the dolphin realms, and the jaguar is taking on a medicine school type of channelings. So I'm going to be unfolding the spirit guide channelings that I was doing on Tuesdays into dolphin realms, into jaguar, seeing how they come through. I may be posting things during the next few days, and this weekend I'm going to be playing. So I hope you have play. I hope you have gentleness. I hope you have love. And I hope you remember you're in the womb, you're surrounded, and you're loved.